All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Fukaimori versus DonSenilo. This game taking place here on Tide Hunters 1.2. I'm gonna go ahead and get things started. Going to get things started. Move things a little bit faster. Apparently, an Amazon delivery truck just stopped by in front of my house, dropping something off, and we have no sound. Really? You guys don't hear anything? All right. There we are. Here we go. Needed to speed things up just a little bit. Hopefully everything is working out well for you guys. A lot of things have happened in the past couple of days for me. First off, I was in the ER. Apparently, the diagnosis or what the doctors think happened was I was bit by a black widow or a brown widow spider, and the neurotoxin just sent my body into shock, thereby just causing extreme pain and nothing like life-threatening. My vitals were all good. I was just in about a lot of pain and could not function. So, yeah, talk about a crazy week. I guess Blizzard breaking Warcraft 3 and replays for a little bit gave me time for my body to recover, as it pretty much happened right after on Thursday, right after things just kind of fell apart for me. That sounds kind of crazy, yeah. Oh yeah, I am okay. Yeah, a pretty craziness coming around. So I wanted to let you guys know where I've been for the past couple of days. It has definitely been very eventful. On top of that, well, it seems like 2 out of my 3 children have COVID, so everyone's just been a bit tired and well trying to figure out how we're gonna proceed over the coming weeks. Anyways, let's jump right into this game already. DonSenilo opening things up. It looks like he's going to be going for Headhunter's Farseer. Meanwhile, Fukamori has a Crypt Lord with a whole bunch of ghouls right now, and really, DonSenilo doing a good job trying to keep all of this at bay. We are looking at a Crypt Lord, a Ghouls trying to engage here, Farseer, a Forest Troll Berserker trying to run back through here, but it looks like Fukamori will be able to get in some of that experience here as the Farseer, just with a very small army, indeed, able to really annoy and harass much of the fighting going on here. Additional Spirit Wolves being summoned up, as well the Crypt Lord is still dancing around just a bit. All right, trying to get in those attacks and then, well, retreat back once more. Farseer continuing to engage here. Beetle's trying to retreat back. And are we going to see a surround here? Are we going to see a deny? No. It looks as though that Spirit Wolf could end up getting taken down. Gets denied by the creeps. Great presence and insight by DonSenilo, as we're still looking at more engagements here. There goes another Beetle getting taken down. Now an ensnare onto that one Acolyte. Acolyte is going to get taken down. Summoning of the Spirit Wolves again. And Fukamori really is losing out on the experience race already this stage in the game, even though he is the one that has a significantly larger army. 21 supply compared to 11, as Headhunters are now making their way out. 1.33 didn't change anything balance-wise. No, they tried to fix a number of quality of life things, but those quality of life things broke many of the quality of life things that, well, W3 champions had built into the game. So no balance of any sort, even though that's pretty much what I think the community wants from Blizzard, making changes that, well, the community can't make, as opposed to making changes that as a ladder system and other things that the hardcore community has already looked into. So they've broken more than they've repaired. Awesome. Well, the W3 champion team is, well, working hard at it. I am sure to make sure that everything still works out well, and they're going to be able to make those changes anytime there is a change made to the base underlying code. Anything that's usually built on top of it does have to be adjusted. We all expected that. I thought that Blizzard would have been able to, well, figure out that if they were going to make those adjustments and those changes, that they should at least make some adjustments and changes that the community had been asking for that could not have been done by the W3 team, a champions team. Anyways, coming back, focusing on this game at hand. Crypt Lord going to continue to engage here. No no expansion as of yet, as the Farseer is still engaging against that Crypt Lord here. We are teching the tier 3. Tauren Chieftain is nearly already out, and we should be getting very, very fast Berserkers. This is extremely aggressive by DonSenilo, and Fukaimori has really no way of punishing this, which and by the time, well, he catches up, are we going to go to tier 3 as well? We are. We're looking at a Death Knight also being trained up here, whether or not this Crypt Lord is going to be able to deal that much damage. To be honest, would be nice for them to maybe just leave this game alone, let the community take care of it. That is true. The only difference would be, well, how what about balance, right? There is still some, I will say that Warcraft 3 is still not perfectly balanced after so many years. Racial matchups have still continued to cause a bit of problems. If they could introduce new units or do something that is beyond the scope and realm of, well, the W3 champions community, that would be great. And I think that's really what I would be hoping for. Community balance might work, I think. Well, community balance might work, but outside of having custom maps, yeah, it would be extremely difficult to implement. All right, coming back on through, we're looking at, well, Berserkers, Tauren Chiefs, and all of these units making into a retreat back here. If only community only grabbed Warcraft before Reforged and could mod it, well, I think that's got to be against the end licensing use or the terms and license of the original Warcraft, of the original. Blizzard still wants creative control over those things as well, even though the community has, invested much more time at playing and caring for Warcraft 3 as of late. Coming back down to the south side here, Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, well, Spirit Wolves, Berserkers, Shaman on the move here. We're looking at a little bit of a creep race now going down. Level 3 on the Crypt Lord already, still only level 2 on both the Shadow or the Farseer and the Tauren Chieftain, but the Shadow Hunter is also out as well. Death Knight is not at level 2, so no Unholy Aura for that faster movement speed. Those Spirit Wolves really looking to try to get some damage down onto a Crypt Fiend here, perhaps try and get to level 2 or level 3 on those level 2 Spirit Wolves, but still not going to be able to get that critical strike just as of yet. Obsidian statues now added in. We should be looking at a Lich being trained up and then adding in an Orb of Corruption as well, as we are hitting the 8 or 9 minute mark of this match. All right, Tauren Chieftain looking to clear out the Gargantuan Sea Turtle here. It's going to be retreating back. Giant Sea Turtle now sticking around. The Gargantuan Sea Turtle is going to walk all the way back home, only to join back in the fight again. Well, opening up a little bit of time once more. Tauren Chieftain, well, Farseer should get to, no, not going to get to level 3. I would thought they were much closer to leveling up, but no, they weren't. Tauren Chieftain now just a little bit shy, but we got to remember the Shadow Hunter was that third hero in there, taking up some of that precious experience. All right, Crypt Lord at level 3, Death Knight sitting at level 1, will be getting to level 2 here in just a moment. Lich will be finished training up here, picking up that Orb of Corruption, as both sides, well, opting to play against the computer for a little while instead of going heads up against each other. This Gargantuan Sea Turtle will get taken down. Level 3 now on that Tauren Chieftain. Farseer will get to level 3. Shadow Hunter may get to level 2. Oh, Shadow Hunter pretty much on the money to get to level 3. Now with those level 2 Spirit Wolves that have that critical strike, so important against those medium armor Crypt Fiends that should be making an appearance sometime soon. No, transitioning back into ghouls. All right, so Fukaimori transitioning back into ghouls away from those Crypt Fiends. Interesting choice there, as the Tauren Chieftain healing back up once more. Shadow Hunter. All right, Shadow Hunter sitting at level 2. Bloodlust has already been researched by DonSenilo. An interesting choice considering we already have 3 Obsidian statues out in play with perhaps Destroyer form already ready to go. Crypt Lord picking up Scourge Bone Chimes for that Vampiric Aura will be able to, well, lessen the mana load on the Obsidian statues, as they're going to be attacking and, well, regenerating some precious hit points as well. All right, Berserkers with Bloodlust could also add in Frenzy for that faster attack speed, also getting this attack speed bonus with Endurance Aura if the Tauren Chieftain is nearby, perhaps granting very fast attack speed on those range units. All right. Coming back around, Kodo Beast, those war drums now getting increased in damage again. All of these berserkers with +6 damage, essentially 3-1 upgrades with two level 2 upgrades now getting underway as well. All right, Circlet of Nobility should be picked up. There we are. Farseer picking that item up nicely, as the majority of the creep camps are now nearly it's like President Senlio. It's Senlio, just like current US president. I am so confused. Senlio. Biden. Senlio. Okay. I have no idea what you mean, metaphysics. Like senile. Senlio. Senile. Oh, senile the senile. The current US president. Alright. Alright. Coming back through. Well, destroyers up in the air, ready to move on out. Fukaimori ready to play. I'm so confused, and so as you can imagine, if you guys were here at the beginning of my cast or story today, I am very tired. So, anyways, still surprised. No, both sides still sitting on one base. Tide Hunters is often a map where both players, or at least one of the players, want to try and expand. 4-3-2 going up against a 3-3-3, and the Orc Burrows do not have that fortified upgrade. Burrows are going to be absolutely pelted down by those destroyers here pretty quickly. One burrow already down, multiple burrows going to get taken down, and this is one of those instances where reinforced defenses would have made a grave difference here. Going to try and engage. There is a big impale followed by a stomp. Both sides trying to stun out the other units as the damage is being done massively. All right. The problem, though, is that the obsidian statues and the destroyers are not actually engaged on the fight. There goes a death or a chain lightning going around. Are we going to finish off the... Wow. That is the big problem there. Both level 3 Death Knight and level 2 Lich have fallen. Meanwhile, every single orc burrow for the orc has been taken down as well. No new units can be trained, but then again, Fukaimori is on the opposite end of the spectrum, having to retrain 2 out of his 3 heroes. All right, who got more experience could be the big question there, as all 3 of the orc heroes now very close to level 4. Meanwhile, the other undead heroes are currently trying to be resurrected. Yeah, what was the better trade here? Would the destroyers have worked out well or worked out better against the actual army? But remember, the orc army is mainly consisting of berserkers right now, so perhaps the berserkers would have just been able to take down all of those units far too quickly. 56 supply compared to 41, as the orc player now needs to, well, continue to build up more and more orc burrows. Orc burrows are rather expensive, compared to compared to a level 2 and a level 3 hero. I think if the heroes were higher level, perhaps, then it would have been a very different case indeed. But right now, I would say it's a coin flip on who has the advantage. Maybe perhaps Raven still, or Fukaimori having the slight advantage still. This is still a very heavy investment in destroyers, with more obsidian statues behind. Abominations now coming over as well, as the abominations really need to have disease cloud to be able to spread it across all of these berserkers. The berserkers have 475 hit points, but we all know that orc players generally have difficulty trying to heal up the vast majority of their units. By having all of their units constantly low on hit points, but you can't really buy healing salves to try and recover. All right, coming in my opinion, orc wins the trade, and now it's better for, I don't know, it's really a big toss up. We're looking at who's been able to bounce back faster, and you can take a look now. Orc has just now been able to start training up those bat riders, and those extra 2 minutes of of training of Bat Riders could have been the difference. Now, Fukamori, however, has a problem. He needs to attack quickly. Otherwise, his massive or his large investment in those destroyers can finally be countered. But it looks as though Fukamori is a bit, scared to pull the trigger and engage without that Lich. So resurrecting that Lich as well, very, very important. But would it have been better to resurrect the Lich and then Death Coil heal it and then let the Obsidian statues do their magic to get more mana back into them? All right, coming through, Troll Bat Riders. Well, one is in the air. I believe more Troll Bat Riders are going to be making their way over. The destroyers do have base armor. They do not have any upgraded armor there. So splitting up those destroyers is going to be key. All right, Spirit Wolves quickly being forced to back away there in that engagement, and both sides still not taking an opportunity to try and clear up or perhaps set up an expansion. Shadowhunter, we see a double level up for Orc now. Tauren Chieftain is at 4, Farseer is at 4, Shadowhunter just shy at level 3, nearly level 4, and that, could have been enough to, equalize. So who has the advantage? I really can't make a decision there. Both sides so close, as the Tauren Chieftain Troll Bat Riders now going to try to make their way over. All right, we do see Bloodlust coming across there. A Purge onto a Carrion Beetle could have given level 4 to that Shadow Hunter, which even though is only level 2 Hex, would give more, hit points and armor and auto attack damage as well. All right. 70 over 80 supply compared to 63 over 71. Gonna try and engage there. Nope. Yep, there's that level up to level 4 on that Shadow Hunter. Getting from that Purge, so important, as we're now looking at some more Absorb Mana. All right, Absorb Mana, actually very dangerous. Only two of the destroyers now completely out of mana. One of them has a little bit of mana there, as he's going to try to engage with a very, very large army to deal damage instead of anything else here. Troll Bat Riders are going to try to make their way over. The Troll Bat Riders are going to dive on in. There goes one. There goes 2 destroyers. Both sides still fighting their way 3. A 3rd destroyer now getting taken out. Impale. All of a sudden, Fukamori down to 51 over 80 supply compared to 53 over 71. Both sides still fighting their way through. A quick death on the Death Knight again. And, that is just not looking good. The Death Knight now getting shut down. Tauren Chieftain finally getting lifted into the air, but that Death Knight getting taken down so quickly, causing some major problems. More Impale coming back across. Lich really needs to get up to level 3, but doesn't have that much mana. Still trying to heal around in the back, retreating back once more. That one Obsidian statue trying to work overtime. Level 3 now on the Lich. Are we going to perhaps see some more efficient Frost Novas to take down additional units, as we see Healing Wave backing around? 43 supply compared to 41. Lich gets a Frost Nova off onto the Farseer. Farseer able to dodge and dive back here, as both sides still fighting their way through. Kodo Beast, are these going to see some units? They're going to be a little bit separated from everything else here. Are they going to take far too much damage? However, the Lich doesn't have any way to really rack up and finish things off, as we see a very low hit point Wind Rider, who should end up just getting taken down. There's a Stomp right there. Level up onto the Crippler. Crippler now sitting up at level 5, trying to retreat back, as we see the Farseer sitting at 88 hit points. There goes an Impale. Farseer could get taken down. No, Impale did not hit the Shadow Hunter, leaving enough time for the Farseer to heal, as the Tauren Chieftain is now going to go after the Lich here. All right, Tauren Chieftain continuing to fight. Lich could be in a lot of trouble. There's a level up onto the Lich. Is the Lich going to be able to finish off anything? Perhaps finish off one of the heroes, trying to take down anything else there. Farseer falls at level 4. Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 5, as the Lich falls at level 4 as well. All right, both sides fighting their way through. 34 supply compared to 32. Both sides are even pretty much once again in the supply count. Shadow Hunter is back at home, trying to heal back up, getting that clarity potion going. Farseer getting resurrected, and this game is still anyone's game, as the Death Knight now being resurrected. All right, Orc sitting at 36 supply. Fukamori sitting at 40 supply here. Unit's going to try and retreat back. Obsidian statues providing back once more. And I think Fukamori really did overinvest into those destroyers, especially when he was going up against such a large number of berserkers. With that said, though, the Lich now at level 4, having access to Dark Ritual and being fed by these carrion beetles is going to be a very big deal indeed. There goes an Impale. Tauren Chieftain gets thrown up into the air. Tauren Chieftain gets, Death Coil gets in a big stun. Lich is going to be able to get off another Frost Nova. It does do exactly that. There goes the Tauren Chieftain, and that may be enough as the Shadow Hunter now tries to finish off the Lich. Death Knight, does he have enough mana? There's a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability saving that right there as he's fighting next to all of those Obsidian statues. Units are still trying to retreat back. There's level 4 now on the Death Knight, and Fukaimori seems to have edged out in that fight here, now with all of his heroes up and now taking the hero lead just because he has them alive. Farseer waiting to get resurrected at level 4. Tauren Chieftain needs to be resurrected at level 5. Shadow Hunter by his lonesome health, but very lonesome self, but very close to level 5 as well, as he looks to retreat all the way back. All right, no purge there. Main army now coming back across. Well, are we going to see... Well, there goes a Frost Nova. Are we going to see an Impale? Impale onto the Farseer. Farseer going to be stunned for a second or two. Healing Wave, Death Coil, Frost Nova as the Farseer ends up... Well, is it going to be able to survive? No, Frost Nova finds the Farseer again. And because the Farseer tried to venture out and away from home without the help of the Shadow Hunter and without the help of that home field advantage, well, ends up getting taken down in an instant. Shadow Hunter now looking to retreat back here. Wind Rider very low on hit points, 570. They're just pretty much glass cannons here compared to the rest of the Orc army as they're going to try and fight their way through. All right, Wind Rider's going to try and engage here. The Wind Riders do have a slight advantage here, as in that there's nothing really to attack or try and take him down. Shadow Hunter is trying to fight alongside inside the base here, as the Wind Riders are looking to take down the Abomination, even though the Destroyer is perhaps the major or larger target. No web yet onto those Crypt Fiends. Shadow Hunter fighting next to his Voodoo Lounge, only being able to be taken down one at a time. Scroll of Town Portal trying to teleport back to the other side. Where is it going to teleport to? That is the question. Teleporting back to the other side there, taking down another unit as the Shadow Hunter going to Healing Wave again, continuing the fight. Orc Burrows are joining in on that fight as well. 26 supply compared to 39. Both sides fighting their way through, as the Wind Rider should really be going after that, perhaps that Destroyer. Destroyer is another easy target to try and take down, as the one Shadow Hunter has, well, backed himself into an uncomfortable corner, finally taken down after all of that time. All right, I was going to say it would have been a pretty interesting fight if the Scroll of Town Portal just gave him invulnerability, but he stayed exactly where he was. A very valiant effort overall. Not quite sure why my WarCraft isn't loading up the... It's not loading up the score screen. All right, it's not loading up the score screen to see what finally happened. Anyways, a great game between Fukaimori and DonSenilo. I was going to say, if the Orc player had just used the Scroll of Town Portal, but then teleported still back with inside his base, us trying to do a little bit of a head fake against Fukaimori, who goes out and then realizes he just needs to chase him back in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.